So when somebody asks you what your legacy gonna be, like what the Rack Boys is built on and what they stand for, what do you say then?
We just some young kids, young hungry kids out there trying to get it. You know what I'm saying? And I just was one of them that just try to put all my friends, because I'm gonna tell you how it really started. No bullshit. It started because I got like 4 friends. All their birthdays was in August.
Wow.
So it got to a point, it was like some of my friends was doing bad, some was doing all right. So it got to that point, like, in my life, I'm like, man, I gotta get out this hood. I gotta start traveling and shit. So I started going to Miami, going to Atlanta, going to different parts, different states, and seeing different, parts of the world or whatever. But my friends couldn't go. They was fucked up financially.
Right.
So I'm like, you know what? Like, we gonna throw y'all a birthday party. And the money that we make, we gonna use that to travel and ball the fuck out.
Oh, that's dope.
You know what I'm saying? So it started with that. Then it actually became bigger than that because we all was from different parts. We all wasn't from Patterson. Some people from Passaic, Patterson, Hackensack, all different parts. And we all was popping where we was from. So then we started just getting this like fame, like, all the groupies and like all types of shit, beef. Like we just was popping. Like we would have thought we was on some like death row shit, like bad boy shit, but just in that party life,
Right.
So then I'm like, damn, like this shit really, I seen the vision.
Right.
But I seen it bigger than what it was, because everybody was just looking at it like, oh, we lit, we got the city on fire, we popping, we fucking bitches, da-da-da. But I seen something different. I started like seeing the sort of vision on some like Master P shit, like No Limit, Puffy and Bad Boy. That's what I seen.
Right.
But the niggas ain't really catch on to that. So, but yeah, like, this shit is real for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I eat shit and sleep this shit, you know what I mean? Majority of my money going to this music shit first, before anything. A lot of niggas don't understand that, bro. This shit not easy.
This shit is a burden, bro. It's a gift and a curse.
I lost a lot of relationships, you know what I'm saying? Shit, my last girl, I was where I lost her over this shit. You know what I'm saying? I lost a lot of friends, you feel me?
Right.
She trying to come back now?
Nah, she out there trying to prove a point, like...
Trying to spin the block.
Nah, she on some shit. She a strong one. She on some shit like, nigga, like, I was with you before that shit. Like, I ain't kissing your ass because you getting that. So she out there really trying to prove a point, like, I don't give a fuck about that money.
You can't let that shit break you, though.
Yeah.
At the same
but
time.
to answer your question, yeah, like, bro, that's a lot of shit be going on. You ask my boy D-Town, motherfuckers making fake pages, gossiping about me, talking shit, just a whole bunch of shit, bro. But I just try not to, get overwhelmed and just do what I do,
So, what made you stay local, if you still local? Like, why you ain't never move away?
On some real shit, like my mom just passed away not too long ago, a couple of years ago.
My nigga.
So I really didn't want to leave because I had to take care of her. And then I got my sister and my nieces that I kind of like watch over, make sure they good. So that's really why I ain't leave Jersey yet. You know what I'm saying? But once everything come accordingly,
right,
I'm definitely gonna move. I'm still gonna have a spot here, but I'm gonna be somewhere else.
This is my first time meeting you, bro, and I ain't gonna lie, bro. I like you so far, like as a person, like you saying, like you just
I fuck with you too. I saw your vibe and shit, like cool nigga. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just try to keep it real, bro.
Yeah. I like how he be talking and shit, how he be coming.
Right. You know how I go.
Vibe,
But you know what it is? It take a certain nigga to understand a certain nigga.
Yeah,
so
and I don't fuck with everybody.
Yeah.
Like I don't
I normally see you by yourself, like when you're out and about.
Say that shit.
That's why when you keep saying boys, I'm like, where the Z at? I just see Rackboy.
Now we can get into that. So, we started Rackboys probably like 2011.
Right. Oh, damn.
It's been a while.
12 years, 11, 12 years.
I've been throwing parties and shit since then. You know what I'm saying? As time went on, you know what I mean? Niggas have fallouts. Niggas start having kids, families, and everybody start going their separate ways. But like now, realistically, I feel like we got the groove back now.
Oh, y'all cool back here?
Like we been cool, but it's just everybody on one accord now. Everybody understanding.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. The buzz that you had, like as far as doing parties, I don't know why would you ever stop. That shit was like making dope money.
Nah, that shit. All right, so jump into that. Y'all all over the place.
Yeah. Cause you know what it is? Because this lifestyle, this rap and partying is one and the same. You getting the beef stew partying, you rap music, you partying. And you know what I'm saying? Just so on and so forth.
Now, I'm gonna tell you some real shit. I'm not ashamed to speak about it because this is some real shit.
All right.
So at the time when we came in the game, we was doing 18 and up parties.
Right.
Killing the game.
Yeah, 'cause you was young. What, you was 20?
A little bit older than that, yeah. Like 21, 22. So we killing the game, we doing what we gotta do. So niggas start fighting, all types of dumb shit. They shut the shit down. So now we gotta go to 21 and up now.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's a whole different ball game now. We competing with a whole bunch of niggas who've been doing this shit for years.
Right. It's
you know what I'm saying?
Figure.
So now I got to the point now, we doing parties, we gotta go against Fuzz, all types of niggas, you know what I'm saying? So one day Fuzz, I'm in a party with Fuzz and shit. Fuzz in there. Nigga, Fuzz must have popped like 10 bottles. 20 bottles and shit.
My type of night.
So I'm in there on the other side and shit. You know, Rackboy, you got like 2, 3, whatever. But I'm like, yo, we can't compete.
Right.
Like,
At that time.
Real, at that time.
You was babies. The Fuzz older.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I understand it, but I don't give a fuck about that shit.
At
that point, we all in the same
it's the
category.
nigga
Like,
ego. I ain't mad at
stand
you.
the fuck up, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at Fuzz and shit. I'm just like, yo, like, we gotta compete. I'm very competitive. That's one thing about me. A lot of people don't know.
You cool, but you competitive in the motherfucker.
Bro.
Like my man AJ.
Yeah, I'm very competitive. You know, like it's a lot of Jersey niggas right now that's doing anything. And I see y'all niggas, but
So you see me. You see me there.
I see you. Just let y'all know.
I just hit that's my second 100K.
I'm coming for everybody.
100K streams. Salute to Louis J. What you mean? Oh,
Not my boy.
Who you talking about? It's a fact, nigga.
I'm very competitive. Like I'm coming. We cool. It's all good. But
Just love.
when it's time to ball, nigga, I gotta score. You know what I'm saying?
So when y'all was in the club and you saw the levels.
Yeah, I seen that shit. I'm like, bro, we gotta do something else. Like, something, we gotta do something else to grow the brand. Something else. So that's when I started rapping. But at first, I ain't gonna lie, it was hard because like where I'm from, just like anywhere else, it's like when niggas is used to you doing one thing,
yeah, that's a fact.
They don't want to see you do nothing else.
Yeah.
Niggas like, this nigga party from what the fuck he trying to rap? Like,
yeah.
Nigga can't rap. Like, you know what I mean? Niggas was not trying to hear that shit. But what happened was I started doing music, obviously, and I started surpassing a lot of niggas who've been rapping way longer than me.
Right.
My shit started being on the radio with this nigga, that nigga. They like, hold up. So it got to a point, like, even if they ain't fuck with me, but they had to respect me. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I want an artist. Look, no artist ever came up here right so far and really broke it down. The steps it took, how you handed the shit to the DJs, how you paid for ads. Nobody break that down to us. And only time it's gonna ever happen if I interview myself. I can't interview myself. I'm interviewing you, and I want nigga to come up here and like give the niggas the real game, not the game that I play. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We in here, in together, and how it makes sense because you just told us you big on marketing. Let's make it make sense for the people.
So I give y'all the walkthrough. So in the beginning, I just was chasing like radio records, commercial records, because I'm gonna be real with you.
Like the homie GL.
That's a fact. So that was my wave.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be real with you. I'm trying to catch that radio wave because at this time, it's kind of before streaming. It's like, you gotta get on the radio to get hot. Especially where we at. It's like, if you ain't on the radio, niggas be like,
you ain't
fell
shit.
off. You fell off. Like, oh.
You ain't the guy.
This nigga ain't been on the radio in 2 years. He fell off. Not knowing niggas still dropping projects, everything.
Right.
We dictate everything off the radio.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? You know, versus down south, it's like, you got, they don't really give a fuck about the radio. It's about what's in the streets. You know?
The streets, the clubs, strip clubs.
Basically strip clubs, yeah. Even though things kind of changed now, but at that time, now I transition. And I just make the music I want to make, you know what I mean? Some pain shit, street shit for the bitches, some commercial shit. I do it all now, but at that time I really was just focus on commercial records. But there's only so much independent artists could do. Like, it's not really a lot of avenues for us. Like, if you want to talk about streaming, it's kind of hard for us to get on editorial playlisting. Like, for those who don't know what that is, that's the playlist curated by these companies, Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, shit like that, At the end of the day, this was the streaming platforms was supposed to change the narrative of the music game. But of course, these labels,
got too much money.
The labels got too much money and they got these companies in a yoke. So at the end of the day, we still fighting